What's poppin', T Squad? It's me, Keisha, and I'm here with a brand new Spill the Tea video. Today, we're going to talk about sexual predators. Allegedly. Well, one of them is not allegedly, but the other one is. First up, we're going to discuss Collin Walker. I brought you guys his story a few weeks ago. It's the story about this young actor who starred in the remake of Superfly with the boy from Grownish. I can't think of his name right about now. Something Jackson. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Well, he was found guilty of serial rape and faces up to 100 years to life in prison. Wow. So, according to Rolling Stone, the Superfly actor and rapper Collin Walker was found guilty Monday of raping 6 victims, 3 of them 16-year-old aspiring models, and sexually assaulting a 7th woman during a series of what prosecutors called sophisticated attacks between 2013 and late 2018. Walker hung his head and began sobbing as the split verdict from a Los Angeles jury was read. He was acquitted of charges related to 3 of the 10 victims in the case, including 2 charges of forcible rape. "I didn't rape anybody, Your Honor. I did not rape anybody," Walker exclaimed as he was led away in handcuffs after the jury departed. He's facing up to 100 years to life at sentencing. His lawyer, Andrew Flyer, quickly vowed to appeal. During her closing argument last week, Deputy DA Cynthia Wallace called Walker a serial rapist who dubiously name-dropped Drake with most of his victims, promising introductions that never materialized. Wow. She and fellow prosecutor Yasmin, I'm not even going to try to pronounce this lady's last name, told jurors during the 6-week trial that when Walker combined his moderate celebrity status with the little blue check mark on his social media profiles, he was able to disarm his victims' defenses and lure them to remote locations with promises of photo shoots or video gigs. This is truly just horrible, despicable, and it's sickening. When this case initially dropped back in 2018, Kehlani came in defense of the victims and was publicly shamed by the public. People were saying she was lying, she needed to mind her own business, this, that, and the third. And Kehlani, when Collin Walker was sentenced, released this statement via Instagram. She said, and I quote, "Collin Walker going to jail. You guys called me a clout chaser, a liar, and beyond, and more importantly, invalidated so many women's stories, calling them liars and clout chasers." Collin Walker was found guilty of 7, possibly more counts of rape. Suck my effing, dick. For real, and go drop some coins in these women's account. All those stupid blogs who rip these women apart, who use my involvement as an ally and your disliking of me to spew hatred towards victims of the R word. Go look at yourself in the mirror. You bloggers know who the hell I'm talking about too. Justice. Wowzers. That is a mouthful. It's sad that people initially go to blame the victims and say that they're liars. That's why a lot of women are afraid to speak up, because especially when it's dealing with somebody in the public eye, people automatically just assume, like Kehlani said, they're clout chasing, or they're lying, or they're trying to get 15 seconds of fame, or just trying to get a bag out of the situation. Well, thankfully, one woman wasn't afraid to speak her truth and speak out regardless of the hate that might have came her way. One of the victims, by the name of Sydney Stanford, was one of the ladies that, stood up and spoke her truth. She was, assaulted by Kehlani, and she posted on her Instagram this video.
So I honestly wasn't even sure if there would ever be a day that I get to share this news with you guys. But the person who raped me and so many other people was found guilty today of rape and is facing a lot of time in prison. I'm so immensely grateful for everybody and everything that everybody has. I'm trying to do this without crying, Lord. I'm so grateful for everybody who testified on the behalf of all of his victims, because I know that not every single voice got the chance to be heard. I'm so grateful of the people who spoke up about the injustice that was happening and, made our voices heard, specifically made my voice heard. I'm appreciative to Kehlani, to India.
It's extremely sad that we live in a world where men think that they have right to your body and are able to assault you because they feel like it, because they want to, because they desire you. And this has been going on since the beginning of time, but it's just so sad. It just really is. I feel so sorry for all of the victims. Him going to prison for 100 years will never take away what he did, but at least justice was served. Maybe more people will think before they do these heinous acts. Probably won't, but child. She also went on to say, this has been happening since 2017. It has felt like a never-ending nightmare. I have been in survival mode for 5 years. It is finally over. May this be your reminder that justice is possible, your story does matter, and that someone will believe you. This will never happen again. To all his survivors I have and haven't met, I love you by default and congratulations. P.S. Thank you to Kehlani and at India Marie for lifting my voice during this. I'm happy that she did have that support of at least those two women, and any bloggers that called her a liar or any other women liars, they do need to recant their statements and apologize, because women do need to be protected and believed until proven otherwise. Sydney, back in June of 2020, had also posted this on her Twitter. Since we are out here calling out our rapist, Collin Walker raped me and multiple other young models posing as a photographer. I'm calling him out because if he ever gets out of jail, y'all better not let him live it down. Whew, sad. Sad, because this little boy did have a lot of promise. He had a good look about him. He could have really went far in his career if he wouldn't have done these horrible, horrific things. And now he'll spend the rest of his life in prison. Truly, truly sad. Next up, we're going to discuss Trigger Trey. Trey Songz is once again making headlines for sexually assaulting a woman. Jesus Christ. They keep on saying that soon we're going to have a Trey Songz documentary, much like R. Kelly surviving Trey Songz. And it's not looking good for homeboy. I mean, we've had multiple celebrities come out about him violating their space and being, pervy, and his unwanted sexual advances, and all of these women coming out accusing him of rape and sexual assault. Well, this video just popped up, and it is a video of Trey Songz in like a cabana at like a pool party during the summer, and he literally flashes this white woman's boob in front of a room full of people, and it was unprovoked. He did not have permission. It's creepy. It was weird. Why did you do it? What is going on here? Take a look.
City in the I won't take a picture. I'm starting to get tired. City in the open. City in the open. I'm starting to get tired. It's him. It's okay. City in the open. City in the open. I won't take a picture. I'm starting to get tired. City in the open. City in the open. I'm starting to get tired. It's him. It's okay.
I don't know what in the hell possessed this man to do this. Like you what is wrong with people? What is wrong, Jesus? And before anybody gets saying she laughed, she laughed, she looked like she was okay with it. Everybody is not confrontational, and a lot of people do laugh in uncomfortable situations because they don't know what else to do. Obviously, she wasn't into it. She hurriedly covered her breast and pulled her top back in place. She was probably embarrassed and caught off guard. It was in a room full of people, and he talking about some titties out in the open, titties in the open. Like, what are you doing, you weirdo? What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, oh my God, people are insane. It is not looking good for Trigger Trey. He better be getting his ducks in a row, because it seems like he gonna have a lot of explaining to do in a lot of court cases against him, because it seems like every other month it is a new case being filed against him. Well, a demand letter was fired off to Trey Songz and his team Thursday by attorneys representing the woman, Megan Johnson, who they allege was sexually assaulted by Trey. They say Johnson was at an event called Foxwood Liquid Sundays with Trey Songz at the Foxwood Resort Casino in Mashantucket, as I think this might be Connecticut, in 2013, and it was there they claimed that Megan encountered Trey in the VIP tent. According to the letter, Johnson was having a friend take a picture of her, but in that moment, they alleged Trey came up from behind and pulled her breasts out from her bikini top and then chanted "titties in the open" 4 different times. The letter states in December 2021, after reading about your Las Vegas arrest, Ms. Johnson had for the first time recalled the incident and realized she too had been sexually assaulted by your reckless and negligent hands. Specific details of the assault flooded her memory shortly thereafter. In fact, she was recently able to identify one of your security personnel from a photograph. The same security person was identified by 2 of our other clients as the individual who violently assaulted them at your direction. He is known as Big Bully. Wow. Since the assault, Ms. Johnson has engaged in self-harm, suffered severe emotional distress, including fear, anxiety, humiliation, depression, and other physical injuries and damages, both economic and non-economic. Her injuries are substantial, continuing, and permanent. We know a lengthy public litigation would encourage other victims and witnesses to come forward in support of Ms. Johnson's claims. Ms. Johnson has instructed me to explore all reasonable settlement offers that exceed $5 million. In the event of our or your attorneys fail to contact in the event you or your attorneys fail to contact Miss Ariel Mitchell or me by May 5th, 2022 to discuss an acceptable resolution, I will assume that you do not intend to settle this matter and will proceed with litigation. Now, I had not read this before I made this statement about, her being uncomfortable. And I do believe that she was uncomfortable and all of that stuff. I really honestly do. But the part in here where she said she had basically forgotten about the incident and then realized what had happened almost 10 years later, and the assault flooded her memory shortly after. Like, who would forget something like that ever happened to them? I know I wouldn't. So that part right there is a bit iffy. This does, in my opinion, seem like a money grab. I mean, she does have, a a story and a claim. You know, we have the footage where he did assault her. She did not know that man. He did not have the right to walk up to her and expose her breasts in front of a room full of people and strangers. I don't give a damn who you are. The like I said, the iffy part for me is her talking about she didn't remember it, and then the memories came flooding back, and ever since then, now she over there cutting herself and doing all of this stuff, and she depressed. Now, girl, you can stop with that. You can stop with that. We know you trying to get you a coin. You know what I'm saying? You hopping on the money train, the bandwagon. Now, all right, but stop it with that part. Stop it. You already got a case with it being known that we have the footage of him walking up to you and doing that. And I do believe that you are owed a little something, $5 million. Girl, have several. Or you deserved something. Yeah, I say about a good 6 figures should do it. About 100K would do it. But anything exceeding 5 million, you can forget that. I do believe that he will settle out of court because this is a white girl, and you know how the world feel about poor white women, poor defenseless white girls. So, child, this whole thing is just sickening and disgusting. You motherfuckers, black, white, Chinese, Indian, Haitian, whatever, need to learn how to keep y'all motherfucking hands and genitals to your goddamn self, because y'all gonna learn one way or another. So that is my video for today. Let me know what you guys think about all of these stories. Let's talk down below in the comment section. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. I love you guys, and I will see you on the next video. Peace.